the presumably FBI sources report and tell the president that there are some 70 full-field investigations going on. We previously had testimony from Mr. Berger that in response to queries to the FBI on Al-Qaeda, the response was, we got it covered. There have been reports, and we'll hear from that later, hear from him later on, that Attorney General Ashcroft, when querying about the terrorist threat, the FBI response was essentially, we've got it covered. This PDB has the same tone. We're doing 70 field investigations on suspected Al-Qaeda personnel in the United States. We've got it covered. And our understanding is that this was, to put it nicely, a bit of an exaggeration, because 70 full field investigations have the aura of being a major, massive going to battle stations, where in fact it really referred to every single individual that was under investigation. So it was an exaggeration which gave a wrong perception at a time when the threat that we now know was really much further along. It seems a kind of a backhanded, offhanded way to be telling the President of the United States of efforts that the Bureau was doing. Could you address that?
Mr. Lehman, you're correct with approximately 70 full field investigations. They focused on 70 individuals, give or take some. First off, I did not have access to the PDB. I had never seen a PDB until September 11th. So the FBI did not get to vet the article. I would find it a mischaracterization to say that anyone in the FBI said, we've got them covered. We only knew what we knew. The intelligence we had led us to these 70 individuals, and we worked on them as best we could. As I said in my statement, it's a give and take between Kofor and myself back and forth as to picking up bits and pieces of information. Those 70 in the United States, they were partly a result of FBI investigations, but credit has to be given very greatly to the CIA for giving us the information, and for the other members of the intelligence community, that they provided us with information to direct us to look at these individuals. Otherwise, we're operating in a vacuum where we don't know who to be on. We cannot, by any stretch, target any persons of a particular faith just because they belong to a faith. We're trying to identify people who are Al-Qaeda operatives who might give either some kind of support, whether it's financial or otherwise, to these individuals. If I could elaborate on that for a minute, we know of Al-Qaeda operatives in the United States, Hamas, Hezbollah. The Provisional IRA has operatives in the United States that we have investigations on. We have Russian intelligence officers, North Korean, Cuban intelligence officers within the United States. We have investigations on them, trying to identify with whatever means we have available, including FISA, what they're doing, and trying to catch them either in the act of espionage or prevent an act of terrorism. As far as those 70 cases, 2 of them were indicted and convicted on the East Africa bombing, not for actions they took here in the United States, but for what actions they took outside the United States. But both of them were U.S. citizens. We have another individual who is convicted of another criminal matter outside of terrorism. We also determined that some of these individuals who are foreign intelligence and CIA identified to us, they left the United States, and we made the handoff to the CIA to, can you go with your foreign counterparts and watch these people? We think they are of interest, but they did not do anything here in the United States that would cause us alarm. We had a number of them picked up on immigration charges because they had extended their visas. I could ask the FBI to provide you with a detailed listing, and I'd like to also caution that the number 70 is somewhat inaccurate. I don't know how that got into the PDB that way, but the actual number is inaccurate, and it's a classified number. I would not want Osama bin Laden to know how many we thought of his operatives were in the United States.